Original.
Hello, and welcome to Web Crawlers mini episodes. This is a shorter version of our main episode where we will talk about all things weird, unusual news stories, read listener emails, and play your voicemails. On today's episode, we will be talking about the Purple People cult, which was suggested by our listener, Amber. Thank you, Amber.
Thanks, Amber.
Melissa, tell us a little bit about the Purple People cult.
So, this Purple People cult is actually called Lafayette Morehouse. It's where the Purple People live. It's a commune that started 45 years ago by Vic Barranco and his first wife, Suzanne Barranco, and then continued with his second wife, Cindy Barranco. They created the, quote, more philosophy of responsible hedonism. The more in Morehouse comes from the belief that people and the world are fundamentally good. So if the world is good, then more can only mean better.
I get it. I keep getting that Purple People People Eater song stuck in my head. You know, it was a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater.
Coming my way to you. Dun, dun.
So the pursuit of pleasure is the highest goal at Morehouse, which is accompanied by the belief that intentional communal living is the best way to live.
Isn't Morehouse also a college?
Yeah, I believe so.
What if you applied to Morehouse College thinking that it was actually this cult, and then you got there and you were just like so bummed?
You're like, shit, I'm in a commune. Well, what am I going to do? So the commune is known for their emphasis on sexual exploration.
Ooh.
They subsidize much of the commune by offering courses to the public on such topics as sexuality, sensuality, and getting what you want.
So far, I'm like all in.
In 1976, they had what they claimed to be the first public demonstration of a woman in a state of orgasm that lasted for 3 hours.
Tantra.
Which is most likely the origin of the stories about Morehouse being a sex cult.
Whoa.
Wow. They also offer courses related to communal living, such as communication and decision making.
This all sounds good so far.
Sounds great so far. So why are they associated with purple? So the houses at Lafayette Morehouse are all painted purple, and the mode of transportation on the commune is purple golf carts and old limousines painted purple.
This gets better every sentence.
What is this Allie's
like
ideal living?
I'm waiting for this to get bad. I'm like, I get to drive around in a purple limousine and learn about communication and 3-hour orgasms. Like, let me know when this gets bad.
Sounds great. Side note, they have a strange thing for limousines, which they spend 2 paragraphs praising on their website as a way to, quote, unquote, make any excursion more pleasurable.
Yeah, I created this religion.
In the facts section of the Morehouse's website, they say the purple is used because we think it's only fair to let people know that they are entering an unusual situation. Besides, it's a fun color.
Yeah, it's the color of royalty.
So what makes this commune suspicious is the level of security surrounding it. So there's a guard screening visitors 24 hours a day and watchtowers on the property. No visitor is let in without a connection to someone that lives on the property. It's fair.
Well, I mean, it's like the dating app Raya. They just want to make sure everyone it's an exclusive area.
Yeah.
So the ideology and teachings. Vic Barranco, who died in 2002, came up with the founding principles of the commune, the largest one being how the world is essentially good. Cool. Mm-hmm. He also espoused the flash of perfection, the idea that everything is perfect. In order to join the commune, you must take a class called presentation, where you try and show the teachers the imperfections of the world, and they convince you how everything is actually perfect. I literally love this cult.
It sounds great.
This episode comes out Monday, and then on Tuesday, we have our episode on Waco. And at the end of the Waco episode, I'm like, show me a cult that's good. And like, this is the good one.
Here we are.
Yeah. Okay. In 1977, Morehouse gained status as a university, giving such degrees as a doctorate in sensuality. Wait, what? This is Morehouse University? Is this the, okay.
No, I think it gains status as a...
So hold on. I have to look something up.
Morehouse College is a college in Georgia, not affiliated with Lafayette Morehouse.
It's not affiliated with the sex commune?
Yeah.
Okay. In 1977, Morehouse gained status as a university, giving such degrees as a doctorate in sensuality and offering classes in hexing and aphrodisia. Okay, I need to calm down. Some of the courses required spending extended periods with Vic. Is this place still open? Like, I want to hightail it there as soon as quarantine's done.
Yeah, it's in Lafayette, California.
Oh my God, shut up. Are you serious? I want to take a limo there. I want to show up in my own purple limo.
Oh, it's by Berkeley.
Oh my, okay. That makes sense. That makes 100% sense. Yeah. Some of the courses required spending extended periods with Vic in order to complete them, and he apparently was a hand-on instructor with students. The school repeatedly failed investigations, but were able to continue granting degrees after winning lawsuits and because of California's lax regulations for private universities at the time.
Okay.
It lost its university status in 1997, when California started closing private, non-accredited institutions. In 1994, the FBI arrested Vic and his wife for possession of LSD.
Oopsies.
Since Victor Barranco's death in 2002, Dr. Cynthia Barranco, his widow and constant companion of 27 years, has led the group in continuing its social research, adding new courses to the curriculum and a feminine voice to the group's teaching. On July 14th, 2018, the community celebrated its 50th anniversary. Mazel tov.
Yeah, so it's still happening. So according to this article, which our fact checker Tracy posted, she's like, I cannot verify and was not able to find other sources to fact check this article. But it says in the late 1970s, Contra Costa County health officials reported that a 3-year-old girl contracted gonorrhea while on the commune.
A 3-year-old? Oh my God.
No charges were brought, but the parents were fined. They were also investigated by police who said they had evidence of sexual assault of 2 girls that they had on the property. The investigation was eventually dropped and no charges were ever filed.
How does a non-sexually active person get gonorrhea? From like a jacuzzi? How do you get gonorrhea?
I'm not sure. This is from Cult Education Institute. It's iffy if that's, a real thing that happened, but that's on the internet. In order to live at Morehouse, you have to be screened for STDs. And according to their website, in order to prevent STDs, Morehouse members are only allowed to have sex with other members.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, it's starting to get iffy.
Yeah, they also sponsor something they call MARC groups, which happen around the country and are based on Morehouse philosophies. It's a way to get to know other people where they play intimate and revealing games, ask personal questions, and share secrets. And according to those hosting the groups, participation and extent of the participation are all voluntary.
Okay.
So yeah, and the controversial reported to be a cult group, One Taste, was founded by people who trained under Vic Barranco and used the MARC group events.
One Taste is like a horrible name for a
One
cult.
Taste.
Like that's so
when
nasty.
I was looking into One Taste, it's crazy. One Taste is crazy. One Taste is this urban retreat center in San Francisco. That's where it started. It had a core of 38 men and women. Their average age are in their late 20s. They live full-time in this retreat center inside a loft building in San Francisco. They prepare meals together. They practice yoga and mindfulness meditation. They lead workshops in communication for outside groups as large as 60. The heart of the group's activity, which is listed cryptically on its website's calendar as, quote, morning practice. It's closed to all but the residents. And so this morning practice at 7 a.m. each day, about a dozen women, naked from the waist down, lie with their eyes closed in a velvet curtained room while clothed men huddle over them. The men, using a gloved, lubricated fingertip, strokes their clitoris for 15 minutes. It's a trademarked ritual known as orgasmic meditation. They call it OMing for short. The couples, who may or may not be romantically involved, call one another quote-unquote research partners.
I knew a girl who did this. She didn't do it at One Taste, but there's these people called like orgasmic meditation, like
right, like tantric
instructors or like almers, and they come to you or you go to them and they do like they will teach you this and they
Barney
do it
the
for
dinosaur.
You. Yes, he did that. Yeah, Barney the dinosaur did that.
We talked about that on a mini episode like forever ago.
Yes.
The guy, not Barney the dinosaur, the guy who played Barney the dinosaur.
Yeah, so this is like a thing now. And I remember this is years and years and years ago where I think it like became a trend. This must have been 7 years ago. This girl who I like grew up with, she was like normal. She was like, yeah, I went to like this Almer. And I was like, what does that mean?
Almer?
He's like, yeah. And they're like, you meditate and they like masturbate you while you meditate.
Well, I think that came from One Taste because it's trademarked.
That's bananas.
Anyway, so this leader of One Taste is Nicole Daydone. Some call her a sex diva, but some former members say she has cult-like powers over her followers.
Sex diva? That's so embarrassing. She should be embarrassed.
So she's the one who studied under Vic from the Purple People Lafayette cult. And an article in Playboy magazine compared One Taste to Scientology and Landmark Forum, saying that it has a pyramidal pricing structure.
Oh.
So a week-long training with Nicole has been advertised at $36,000.
Excuse you?
Excuse me? It said, all I can think about is how easy it is to start a cult. The way the volunteers serve the leaders, jumping at their every demand to get me water and move that stool. The full court sales pitch from the minute you walk in. I leave early and I'm furious, is what the author said. She said she was gaslighted when she disagreed with the leaders.
I'm sure.
She wrote that she was re-traumatized for weeks as memories of her past sexual trauma were triggered by a business promising female empowerment, but people probably just want your money.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah. And in 2015, a former employee received a 6-figure settlement for sexual assault and harassment.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So students pay $499 for a weekend course, $4,000 for a retreat, $12,000 for the coaching program, and $16,000 for an intensive, and a year-long premium membership is $60,000.
My coaching is only $79 a session, so I'm a steal.
So this premium membership means you can take any course and sit in the front row. That's what you get.
Oh.
Front row.
I don't want to be in the splash zone of this meditation seminar. No, thank you.
Splash zone. So One Taste teaches their members that money is just an emotional obstacle. It encouraged students to take out multiple credit cards to pay for courses, and some even turned to GoFundMe for help to fund their class. It's crazy. Former staffers say they earned money to recruit and were trained to target young, beautiful women and awkward, wealthy tech guys.
Oof.
Some former members went into tens of thousands of dollars of debt from paying for courses.
My God.
And so the FBI has been making inquiries into One Taste, investigating whether the company pressured workers into sexual encounters to help close a sale. The company said it never required any employee to engage in sexual acts that it never used for sex sales.
Doubt it. Bloomberg Businessweek interviewed 16 former One Taste staffers and community members, some involved as recently as last year. Most spoke anonymously because they signed non-disclosure agreements or fear of retribution. If like an NDA is involved in your religion, like that ain't
bad
right.
news.
Many of the former staffers and community members say One Taste resembled a kind of prostitution ring, one that exploited trauma victims and others searching for healing. In some members' experiences, the company used flirtation and sex to lure emotionally vulnerable targets. It taught employees to work for free or cheap to show devotion. And managers frequently ordered staffers to have sex or own with each other or with customers.
Ooh.
Ew. One Taste says it made $12 million in revenue in 2017 and will expand to Atlanta, Chicago, Minneapolis, and Washington over the next 2 years. Excuse me, Khloe Kardashian has endorsed it?
Yes.
That's bananas.
Yes.
They must have paid her so much money.
Yeah.
Okay. Several former members say One Taste teachings were often used to justify sexual manipulation and abuse. Aversion practice is the company's teaching that you gain power and expand your sexual energy by performing sexual acts you don't want to do or doing them with people you find disgusting. A former employee says the owner once saw him bickering with a coworker and told them they had to leave work and couldn't come back until they'd slept together. Sometimes they'd assign someone to be your sex manager for the week, another former employee says. That person would go on Tinder or ask the community and line up a person for you to sleep with each day.
Yeah, crazy.
Do all the texting and tell you who to meet with. The authority figure would say, you fucked up and sex was always the solution. That's crazy. If
that is nuts.
Now I don't like it.
No. This is One Taste. This is not the Purple People cult.
I like Purple People Eaters. I don't like One Taste. Last month, April 2020, One Taste closed its U.S. offices in San Francisco, New York, and Los Angeles and stopped offering in-person courses and retreats globally. The company says it's now focusing on putting its teachings online to reach a wider audience.
Well, yeah, because you can't, because of the coronavirus.
You can't be masturbating people in real life.
They are wearing gloves.
It's so nasty.
It's gross. I want to read more about this One Taste thing, but I had never heard of it, and it is bonkers. And it's led by a woman.
They have a TED Talk.
What?
They literally have a TED Talk. Nicole Daedone, Orgasm, The Cure for Hunger, the One Taste Coaching and Leadership Program.
Uh-oh.
One Taste, Wellness Just Got Interesting. Orgasmic Meditation. This girl looks scary to me. The Science of Orgasm, Happier, Healthier, Smarter. They're also on Viceland. But Viceland will... Oh my God. Of course they were on Goop. I gotta read the Goop article.
They're on Goop?
Oh no, the link is gone. The link is gone.
An MLM that sells orgasms?
One Taste is a global lifestyle brand focused on increasing health, happiness, and connection through proven methods combining meditation and conscious sexuality. Our mission is to bring consciousness to sexuality as a means to evoke full expression, happiness, and fulfillment. Yeah, and it's like mostly women. One Taste is made up of a team of the most engaged people you will ever meet. Whether it's teaching transformational courses, providing one-on-one coaching, or running our business, we're driven by desire. We live in a state of growth and flow. Orgasmic meditation is a unique wellness practice that combines mindfulness with the power of the deeply human, deeply felt experience of orgasm. Puts you in touch with your body and your sexuality. During the practice, one person strokes another person's clitoris for 15 minutes with no goal other than to feel the sensation. Is safe, systematic, always done in the same way, goalless, you don't need to get anywhere, and intimate, done with two people.
Wait, there was an episode of Goop where they did, or maybe they didn't.
Well, maybe they did because there's a link to Goop. Maybe they took it down because they were like, oh, it's actually a cult. Trauma-informed curriculum. Our trauma advisor in chief. In the area of sexuality and relationships, many people experience some of the deepest healing in their lives. This is why we are so passionate about our work. With more than 15 years of experience in guiding people through profound healing and awakening experiences, we place utmost importance on the safety of our course environment, being attentive to our students as they move through their experience, and having a network of outside care in place to assist the rare case that it is needed. They have a trauma advisor in chief and a spiritual director who's a reverend. Like, this website does not make it like there's pictures of like lavender and like people enjoying themselves everywhere. Like, this doesn't, this is wild. I guess it's hard to be shady on a website.
Yeah. Just throw some pictures of lavender up in it.
Oh my God. Benefits for men. Many men praise the value and benefits of orgasmic meditation, but what precisely are these benefits? For men just starting out with the practice, this is a common inquiry. 91% of men report that I'm more present with people. 90% say I have an easier time engaging with the opposite sex. 80% say I feel more agile in challenging situations. My intuition is stronger. I feel sexier. I'm better at articulating my feelings. I feel more turned on in my life. Obviously, men would want to masturbate women. Like, why?
Yeah, of course.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't trust
What are the
anything.
benefits for men? Come on. Are you serious? That's an insane question.
I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like how this sounds.
I don't like the sound of this. I just don't. This just seems like you're horny. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. You're horny. Just admit you want someone to jerk you off. Like, men and women. Like, you don't have to make it spiritual. Just, you're horny.
Yeah, call Barney the dinosaur.
Yeah, I don't like it. Here's my theory. I don't like it. Melissa?
My theory, I don't like it either.
Maria?
I don't like it.
Okay, so we have three nays on
On one taste.
the one taste cult where someone tells you to have sex with people you
I
think
don't
are
need anything
disgusting.
with the word taste in it.
Yeah, gross.
Well, let's think. What about that yogurt, like Tasty Delight? I've never had it, but like, what about that?
If it's not about food, then I don't want anything with the name taste on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Melissa, if people want to reach us, where can they do so?
You can email us at webcrawlerspod@gmail.com. And you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and Reddit and Facebook.
Hell yeah, baby. Awesome. Well, I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.